Today I've got a big smile on my face because there's only 23 days left until teal season starts here in Kansas. So I am counting every single day. It's coming close. It's going to be here soon and we are excited and getting ready to go. So anyway, today's video is going to be about duck recipes and how I eat duck, my favorite recipes. I'm just going to share two with you. It's actually, I only normally use about two. There's about 4 recipes that we will use, but my two favorite I'm going to share with you today. But before that, I did want to mention the hats again. Great response on the last video about the number of people that were wanting hats. It's looking like the store is going to be released in about 2 weeks, I think, because we're trying to get some t-shirts also. But I'll tell you what, if you're dying for a hat now, I'm going to put my email in the description below. Go ahead and give me an email and I'll send you a link, a secret link to the store. It just has hats on it right now, and if you want to pick one up before the 2 weeks, feel free to email me and we can make that happen. But I think the actual launch of that store is going to be in 2 weeks. So anyway, on to duck recipes. I'm going to be honest, when I first started hunting, I didn't really care for the taste of duck that much. I mean, sometimes it tasted really, really good to me. Other times it didn't taste very well. It tastes kind of gamey and I had to choke it down. And so I got to the point where I was not really wanting to eat duck all the time. So I had to kind of come up with some new recipes. I had to figure out a way to enjoy duck more. And back in the old days, all I did was I cut duck up into little chunks, seasoned it with seasoned flour, threw it in a frying pan, and that's how I would eat it every single time. But the problem was, a lot of times I was eating duck that had been frozen for about 4 months, and I hadn't brined it, and I'll talk about brining in just a little bit. And so all the blood was just still inside of the meat, and it just didn't taste very good. I was also overcooking it. Duck, you have to eat either medium rare or rare. So once I did a little research, I found that the best way to improve the taste of your duck is to brine it. And what that means is you just soak it in water for a couple of days. 24 to 48 hours is fine. And 2 or 3 times during that cycle, dump the water out, put fresh water in. And what you're doing is you're just getting all of that blood out of the meat, and a lot of that is where the gamey taste comes from. You're getting all the blood out of the meat, just lightens it up, and it just tastes a lot fresher. So I eat most of my duck fresh. I don't freeze duck much anymore. So I leave it in the refrigerator in that water for 48 hours. That gives me multiple meals that if I feel like making it, I can just grab it and go. The quickest and best recipe that I use is so simple. All you do is you take the McCormick steak seasoning and you take olive oil, put that with the duck in a plastic Ziploc bag, marinate it for a while. I'll typically quarter breast it, so a full mound would be 4 pieces. You can even cut it down smaller, or if you like it a little bit thicker, you can do half breast. So just marinate it, throw it on the barbecue grill for about, you want it rare to medium rare. Sometimes we'll bacon wrap it, but honestly, I prefer it without the bacon wrap. I don't want my duck to taste like bacon anymore because I love the taste of duck now. It is the most amazing. It just tastes like steak. And anytime I'm having anyone new come over, I just grill into their head, think of steak, think of steak. And if you get people thinking of steak before they eat duck, they're a lot more ready to eat it, and it's delicious. So that's the #1 way that I use. Easy, simple, and delicious. The second way I've been using for about 5 years, I found this on Ducks Unlimited, and I'll put a link in the description to the Ducks Unlimited recipe below so you can go and look at it a little more closely. But it's just a Philly cheesesteak sandwich made with duck. It's a little bit harder to make, but it doesn't take that long. You're just using peppers and onions and provolone cheese, and you're just making a Philly cheesesteak and put mayonnaise and ketchup on it. It is absolutely delicious. I have not had one person try that and not like it, because as we all know, a lot of people are skeptical of duck just because they don't see it in the grocery store, which blows my mind because it's just a bird. But anyway, so those are the 2 recipes that I use. Feel free to share your recipes down below, and if you have posed things you want me to talk about on these discussions, don't think I don't have them. I'm saving a folder, and down the road they may still pop up and I might mention you in your comment and your question. So anyway, man, that season's coming quick and we are going to be ready to go. So thank you for stopping by. Make sure to subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and head on over and check out some of the